Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Doing a little B25 Prince of Disguise, free version, B25 version of B17 Queen of Disguise, put together by Lee Smith and friends. We're playing the online campaign. We're part of the Philippine area of operations. This is mission 2 of the Pacific Princess. This is actually, I have only played this 2 or 3 times. Um, and so we'll see how we do here. Hopefully, I got the rules done enough that I can do a competent uh, video. And so we're getting ready to move. We're going to move to Zone 1. We're going to determine our attackers. We already have, because we're in our second mission. We have good coverage all the way through. We see we're going to have the troops. We're in low position middle, which means we're going to get more flak, and we're going to roll for our waves and things. So we go to B1, number of Japanese fighter waves, and here we we subtract the number of, making sure I do this right. I'm pretty sure we subtract the zone modifier for that. It doesn't really specify, but I'm pretty sure um, that we -2 on the waves. So we're going to roll a d6. Oops, that's my crew. We roll a 5, 4, 3. We're going to go 1, go to B3, roll 2D, and that'll be 61. And we're going to have H6M3 vertical dive. Alright, so H6M3 vertical dive, D. Only top turret may fire at this fighter. Must roll 6 to hit, and this fighter may. Hmm. Missing part of it there. Things I catch when we were videoing. Bear with me. Da, 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 da. This is blue. Our B1, B, and we're going to open that with edge. And that's all it says on there too, so I'm not missing anything. This fighter may, and we're missing the rest of the chart. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's go over here to our handy dandy. Let's get an A6M3 out here on a vertical dive. And I haven't played this a whole lot. I've said that before, so I've kind of got to feel my way through it again. One wave. Wave 1. Oh, let's go zone 1. Wave 1. Outbound. A6M3. BD. And we actually got to see by. The only thing I don't like about B25, B17 is the way the charts skip all over the place. So I have my um, Excel set up to kind of limit some of that by having everything in order, kind of like the one I use for target for today. And then I can read which ones I'm supposed to be getting as we go. So we got to remove fighters, and now we jump to M4. So and then later we roll down back to the B's. So it jumps all over the place, and in my opinion, that makes it difficult. So fighters removed. So we go to M4, and no need a top turret guy can fire at this. B20, M1, B20, 25 defensive fire. He's coming in on a vertical dive. And actually it says no guns in the B25. I fire spiders. So there is some problems in here. Um, 61. Vertical dive. D. Only top turret may fire at this fighter. So you see my dilemma. Um, love the game. Love B17. But I tend to play target for today more because it's just easier for me to flow through. Um, anyway, vertical dive. I'm going to go with the note on there saying that the top turret may fire at it because that makes sense. So we're going to put him over here. I mean, I don't profess to know World War II bomber operations very well. So, but top turret's up top and he should be able to get up there and fire at him. Anyway, then we go to fire it. We need a 6 to hit, but it does say we need a 6. That's a D6. We need a 5, so it doesn't matter. We also need to mark off a ammunition. And he is done. Japanese offensive fire coming from vertical dive. It needs a 5 or 6. And I thought there was fighter status. Yes. We got to roll for that. See, this is what I'm talking about. They just jump over the place, and there's not much of a mention of it. And you really have to have this before you do what I'm doing right now. And the rhyme, the reason is often, rather than colors and M's and this and that, I'd much rather be formatted like Target for Today, where we have the numbers in order and you just roll right down through your charts. And one day I might just sit down and get all these and organize them in such a format, and it's goes, then I can go straight down. But we'll see. So many ideas, so little time. 9. We roll a 9. For some reason I lost. There we go. Get my rolls up there so everybody can verify that I'm doing here. Um, and that's average, so it's not going to make a difference. Japanese offensive fire, come from vertical climb, or dive rather. He needs a 5 or a 6. He rolls a 4. He misses. And he flies off into the sunset. Return to deck. First wave. 1 miss. Put that out here. And that's all we're going to see. So fighters removed were 0. And we never did hit that. So I got to find that chart. See, I completely missed that one. Fighter cover defense. That was M4. So we should have done M4 before we did 1. And I messed up because I have it written right on my charts here. And I totally missed it. So we may not even have had to do them rolls. Roll 1 die. G5, fighter cover. Okay, we already got that. B2. Okay, go to B3. Okay. All right, yeah, it's not mentioned. We'll clarify this all. I really have got to sit down and reorganize these. I think organization sometimes messes me up. Um, so back to M1. We roll a 3. We have good, so he would have been removed anyway. So all that's a moot point. Put driven off down here. Over fighter cover, fighter cover. I want to make sure I'm doing that fighter cover right and putting that modifier in. Um, Find the modifications in each zone for roles for enemy fighters on tables B1 and B2. See, there's no mention on there B1 and B2 about subtracting that, and there should be. So I did that correctly. Okay, just got to make sure. Um, so that was zone 1. We'll go over here, back to our mission steps. And we're just resolving combat right now until we get to the target zone. So we resolved that. We're fine in zone 1. We go to zone 2. And in zone 2, actually that would be fighters removed 1. It'll help if I follow my checklist here. All right, so now we go to zone 2. We have a -1 over water. And I am again assuming this is right because I looked up the gazetteer for the Philippines, 40, and there's only 4 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I went with 37s because it's similar. There should be no land. Um, so I made it all water and went with the same. So even 34. There's, 34 is barely in the other ring, so that's one less. 35. See, 35, 40 should be the same as these, except all over water. And it might have been a little different here. I'm not sure. I'll have to check to see if there is a modification somewhere on that. Let me pause this real quick while I look a little further into that while we're only on zone 1. Yeah, I just looked at the latest files up there on Board Game Geek, and they still list 40 as only having 4 zones. So I'm going to stay with what I have. I have listed, I just used 37s and I listed over water. So that's what we're going to go with. So we're -1 over water. Fighter cover's good. We're going to go to B1 and we're going to roll -1. That's a 2. -1 is 0, so none. That will be 0 fighters removed. No defensive fire, no Japanese aircraft damage, no fighter offensive fire, no damage to bomber, no successive attacks. We'll do NA for bomber and and AAA. So we go to zone 3, and we're going to again roll. And we're good cover again, so we're going to roll in B1, subtracting 1 for the zone. We're over 1 over water. 2 again, so we're going to have 0. So we're just going to pull everything over from the last location to this one and move to zone 4. Zone 4. This is our last fighter cover. So we're going to roll in B1, and in zone 4, we're -1 over water again. We roll 3, 2, none. Good. And we wasted our all of our fighter cover on low rolls. Now let's see what happens when we enter zone 5. Probably the exact opposite. Zone 5 is -1 water. So we're going to roll, we roll a 4, which is -1 is 3. And we get a wave. We have no fighter coverage, so there'll be 0 fighters removed. We are going to roll for that wave on B3. And we get 45. So let's go down here. Zone 2, nothing. Zone 3, nothing. Zone 4, nothing. Zone 5. Well, actually, let's just not even put them. Zone 5, wave 1, outbound. 2A6M3s. 45. Yes. 2-6M3. And 1030 level. And 12 o'clock level. And we get a KI-84 at 1030 low. So we'll go ahead and get rid of this real quick and set that up. Put 45 in over here. I'm doing all this off camera, so you guys won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm just putting the waves and everything in. Okay, so let's go up here, grab this. A6M3s, 1030 level. A6M3, 12 o'clock level. And a KI-84 at 1030 low. Okay, so now we go to defensive fire allocation, and that is M1. And we have, let's start at 12 o'clock level. 12 o'clock level D. Ace pilot can move one position, so we don't have ace. So, well, no, we actually got to roll for that. And so let's roll for these guys first, because they can move and it shows up on there. So let's start at 12 o'clock. And we get a 7 average, 1030. That was 1030 level. Tell me 1030 low. He'll be over here setting up things roll. 1030 level will be 5, and the 1030 low will be average. They're all average. Okay, defensive fire, 12 o'clock level. Top turret and nose turret. Again, I can change these as we see fit. Um, Top if he goes to another one. 1030 level. We got no coverage. 1030 low, no coverage. So we're going to leave them right where we're at. We got the nose and we got the top. All right. I'm going to put nose and top on that. And Japanese aircraft damage, M2. Okay, so we'll start with the nose. Let's go. He needs 6. Yes, both of them actually need 6. For the nose, rolls a 2. And for the top, he rolls a 3. So we've got no hits. Put none in there. We go down to fighter offensive fire M3. 12 o'clock level. He needs a 5 or a 6. He rolls a 6. He's going to hit us. We go to B4. Now we're back to B4. Oh boy. Show hits by area coming from 12 o'clock. 6. We got 1. And he's okay. B5. The area's hit from 12 o'clock level will be 7. Nose. P1 nose. 8. Superficial damage. So we're going to go here 1 hit. And we're going to put super. Alright, then we go back to 1030 level. We'll need a 5 or 6 over there. And he will come see us again, by the way. 1030 level, he needs a 5 or 6. 1, he misses. He will return to deck. I'll put 1 miss over here. And then the 1030 low. And he needs 5 or 6. And he gets a 1 also, and he will fly off. There'll be 2 misses. We are getting extremely lucky here. Okay. We get 3 hits. Then successive attacks B6. 2d6. 7. 12 o'clock high. And then we go back to allocation M1. 12 o'clock high, top turret, and nose again. Both of them need a 6. Nose rolls a 2. Top rolls a 6. So the top turret hits. And twin guns, top turrets, okay, add 1, except against the H6M3. So they're not going to add anything. -1, let's see, okay, so we're not going to subtract anything either, so we're just straight up 1 die 6, 5. Fighter destroyed and may not fire, so we got a shoot down. A6M3 KIA TT. So, fighter offensive fire 1 hit, damage super, successive attacks 1, NA, and they lost 1. Nice. Alright, so he goes back. He goes to the top. Get rid of this. Now we're over target. Now I'll go back to the rules real quick and read rules because I like to stay on top of things. Over the target. Okay. When the B25 enters designated target, roll for weather over the target. That's already been given to us. It's good. Resolve combat according to the combat procedure, take into account any weather effects. Okay, so we're going to again roll for fighters. This is 0 this time. We have no fighter cover. Number of waves. This time it'll be on B2. And we're subtracting nothing. 4. We get 2. 2. So, Zone 6. Wave 1. Outbound. And we're going to drag that down. Go to Zone 6, Wave 2 outbound. And we're going to roll for each. 15. 15. Wow. 5 A6M3s. That's brutal. Okay. 12 high. 1030 level. 9 level. 6 high. And VD. And VDB says B25 cannot fire at this fighter, nor may it be driven off by fighter cover. So we can't fire at him this time. That's why we follow those notes. Sometimes they can fire at him. So in this instance, he cannot. And wave 2, 26. No attackers. C. Fighters are driven off by other B25s. So I'll put no attackers down. That's a break because we just got hammered with them on the first wave. All right, so let's set this up. We got 5. Count them 5. That was what, 15. All right. And the first one is going to be at 12 o'clock high. Bring that down a little bit. 12 o'clock high. Second one, 1030 level. Third one, 9 level. Fourth one, 6 high. And last one, vertical dive. Let's go through right now and get their fighter waves 2. Fighters roof 0. Go to the M's. Let's get our pilot statuses first. We'll start here. Let's start 12 o'clock, work our way around. 6, he's average. 1030. 5, he's average. 9 o'clock, 25, he's average, or 7, he's average. 6 o'clock, 5, he's average. And vertical dive, 3, he's green. Okay, now we go to defensive fire allocation. 12 o'clock high, top turret and nose. 10:30, no coverage. 9 o'clock level. Port waist. 6 o'clock high, top turret and tail guns. I'll just put the tail on him because he has a good chance of hitting him. I'd like to keep the top up there. And vertical, nobody. So we got nose, top, tail, and port. Okay, now start with the nose. He needs a 6. He rolls a 5. The top, he rolls a 4. Both of those miss. Port, he rolls a 1. He misses. Tail, he needs a 5 or a 6. And he gets a 5. And he is against an A6M3, so we just roll straight up, and we roll a 6. Wow, A6M3. KIA, TG, tail gunner. And he goes back to the deck. Good, that's one less. So now they get to come at us. Fighter defensive fire allocation. That was nose, top turret, tail gun, port. Japanese aircraft carriage, 1 KIA. Fighter offensive fire against us. We're going to start with the 12 o'clock high. He needs a 5 or a 6. He rolls a 6. He's going to hit us. We go to B4. 12 o'clock. 4. 2 hits. Okay, first hit will be, we go to B5. 12 o'clock high. 8, wing. 6, starboard. Starboard wing. 7, superficial. Okay, starboard wing super. And next hit. 10, tail. 9, tailplane. 6, starboard tailplane root hit C. There is no C. Alright, tailplane hit. Starboard. Okay, let's put that down here too. Starboard tailplane hit. And if I think if they're both hit, that's a problem landing. Actually, I think that means B because we do have a B here, and it says if tailplane root accumulates 3 hits, and we've only got one, it rips off. If one tailplane is off, landing rolls on our -1. If both planes are off, bail out immediately. So we've got one tailplane hit. So we'll go ahead and put a 1 on that. Okay, that makes sense. Just if we have a wrong C, it should be B. And he will be back to see us. Let's get him over here. 10:30. We got to go back to M. Yes. 10:30. He needs a 5 or a 6. He rolls a 3. He misses. Returns to base. I'm gonna put a miss down here. All right. And then we go to 9 o'clock. Level. Or 5 or a 6. He gets a 5. He's going to hit us. 9 o'clock, 10 is 3 hits. That's going to hurt. Okay. 9 o'clock level. First hit. 5. Radio room. 8. Superficial. Second hit. Level. 5. Radio room again. 6. Radio operator. BL4. We roll a 2. Light wound. I type for shit. I'm hitting all kinds of keys here. Light wound on the radio. Okay, and we go back to B. Third hit, 7. Superficial. Not bad. All right, and he will be back to see us. Let's drag him over to here. And we go to the vertical dive. Back to M. Yes. Vertical dive. And he is a green, so he will be -1. -1 to hit B25. And we actually, we couldn't have hit him, so. So he's going to be -1 to hit. And he's coming from vertical dive, so he needs a 6, actually. And he rolls a 5. So he misses and rolls on back home. So we go to successive waves. That'll be the second miss. And successive waves. First one, we roll an 8, 10 at 130 level. And the second one, we roll a 5, 12 o'clock level. And we're going to go in here and do a little allocation. 12 level. Top turret and the nose again. Mark off their ammo. And then 130, pretty sure that's going to be no coverage. Yep, so we're going to attack. First it'll be the top. 3 misses, then the nose, 2 misses. He's going to come in And 12 o'clock level, he needs his 5 or 6. He rolls a 4, misses. He'll return to deck. 130. He needs a 5 or a 6. He hits. Go to B. Shell hits. 130. 8. 1 hit. And that's coming from 130. Level. 4. Superficial. But that means he'll come back to see us one more time. 5. 12 o'clock level this time. And he's going to get the nose and the top against him again. And they both need to roll a 6. 1 and a 6. Top gets him. Getting ahead of myself there. Damage against Japanese. He's a top turret, so we're not going to add anything. Goes a 3. FBOA. Boy, I can't see. FBOA breaks off. Okay. And breaks off after this attack, and that's a -2. And he's coming in from 12 o'clock level. So he basically can't even hit us, but a 6 is always a hit. He rolls a 5, and that will return him the deck. So we get another one damaged. A6M3. Damn. Alright. Two successive attacks. Actually, I'll call that 3 because we actually had 3 planes come back to visit us, but we survived. Next. Resolve anti-aircraft fire by consultant O2 to O5. Flak over the target. Now, that's already designated for us as light. Flak hit. We're going to roll 2d6 3 times under the light. First roll is 7, miss. 6, miss. 8, miss. So we're going to put Z6 flak. And we're going to put 3 misses. Alright. Then, next, resolve bomb run by consultant 06 and 07. 06 bomb run. 1 die. We get a 6, which is on target. So we'll put on. Don't think there's a place to put on here. Okay. Well, we'll just put on down here in my Z6 bomb. On target. And 8. 30%. Strafing. Strafing. That may be different. So I gotta see how we do strafing. Bear with me a second here. Strafing troops. That'd be 011. not oh 07. And that one die 6 and should have been 5. Missed target, so we did not do well at all. Not good. Well, all right, but that happens. Back to our sequence. Bum. After the bomb run is resolved, begin the return flight base by turning our counter around. And resolve combat again in this zone. And we are in a target zone. Roll 1 die 6, 2, 1. One wave. So zone 6. Wave 1 inbound. And we're going to roll 2d6 for that. 21. 1 N1K2 on a vertical dive. And we can fire this one. N1K1. God, no, N1K2. Doug, Greg, come on. Vertical dive. All right, let's roll for his 5. He's average. Defensive fire, top turret. He needs a 6. 1, we miss. Take off an ammo. And the vertical dive will be coming at us. Needing a 5 or 6. And he rolls a 5. Go to B. Vertical dive. 11. 2 hits. And vertical dive, first hit, 7. Walking hits, fuselage. Negates all other. So that will be it. Walking hits, that might be enough though. Walking hits usually sucks. 1 shell hit for each of the following sections. Nose. Seven. Superficial. Wing. Make sure I'm doing the right one. Nose, pilot compartment. 10. Instrument paddle. 8. Elevators. We'll put a -1 for landing. And put elevators out. Okay, then we go back to Bombay. It's okay, you can hit the Bombay for now, all I care, because we already got the bombs out. 9 bombs, see above. Bombs already dropped, no effect. So we'll put a NE there. Radio room. 5, radio out. Okay. Waist and tail. I think that's all in one section. 7, rudder. Rudder takes 1 hit. Okay, rudder 1. And I believe that's it. Yes. Okay. So we survived that, but he comes back around. 1.5. That should have been 3 hits. Well, it doesn't matter because it's walking hits. So he's going to come around on a successive attack and see us again. 7, 12 o'clock high. Oh, come on. 12 o'clock high. And we will be able to get after him with the top turret and a nose turret. 12 o'clock high. Knock off ammo. Both need a 6. We go with the nose. 5. Top missing. Both of them miss. Japanese offensive fire from 12 o'clock. Needs a 5 or a 6. He rolls a 1 and he will return to deck. That wasn't horrible. Could have been a lot worse. So we got 1 fighter wave on the way out. 0 removed. Nose top. Nothing there. Yeah, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits on the last one. This one here was walking hits. Got behind on my paperwork. Okay. Damage to bomber. Below. Successive attacks. One. No AAA, no bomb run. Done. Go to 5. We're going to roll -1 on the... Look at my charts. B1. And -1. Yes, -1. 6, 5. We get 1. So that'll be zone 5. Wave 1 inbound. And we're going to see 44. 2 N1K2s. 12 high. 12 low. And A6M3. 130 level. And KI-84. 6 o'clock low. As if that's not enough. Okay. N1K2 12 high. N1K2 12 low. There goes my mandatory sneeze. I don't know what's up with that. A6M3 at 130 level. And an KI, not an LI, Greg. My typing really leaves a lot to be desired. KI-84, he's coming in at 6 o'clock low. There we go. Let's check them out for status. We'll start with 12 low. He is average, 12 high, average, 130, 11. That's going to be an ace. I need to put a magnifier on this too. Mouse over, hover. And 6 o'clock. He's going to be average. Okay. That sucks. The guy that's going to do the most damage is the one that we can't touch. Fighter waves 1. Get away from my paperwork. Fighters removed 0. Fire allocation. High and low. High, top, and nose. Low is nose. So we'll put low there, top there. 6 o'clock low. Tail gunner. So nose, top, and tail. And then 130 we can't touch. Yes. Okay. So let's go nose. Needs a 6. Gets a 3. Top. Needs a 6. Gets a 2. Tail. He needs a N1, K2. Or 5 or a 6. Gets a 2. Not very good, guys. No damage. Uh, not Germans. Japanese. Return some fire on us here. We'll start with 12 o'clock low. He needs a 5 or a 6. Gets a 5. That's a KI-84. No, N1K2. N1K2. So that'll be a 1.5 times on the shell hits. 1.5. Yep. Rounding down. 8. 1. 1.5. Rounds down, so that's still 1. We get hit by 1 o'clock low. 9. Radio room. 7. Superficial. Alright. He will be back to see us. Put him there this time. 12 o'clock high. Needs a 5 or a 6. He gets a 5. Wow. Again, 1.5. 10. 2 times 1.5 will make it 3 hits. Alright. Now this is starting to suck here. 12 o'clock high. First hit. 8. Wing. 3. Port. 4. Wing flap. 2. Flap inoperable. Port flap. Alright, next hit. 12 o'clock high. 5. Radio room. 12. Control cables. First hit, no effect. Starting to take some good damage now. Alright, third hit. 5. Radio room again. 10. Super. This is what happens when you don't shoot them down when they're coming at you. Okay, he'll come back to see us. So he goes over there. Now the ace at 130. There we go. 130. He needs a 5 or 6, but he's going to add 1. So he needs a 4, 5, or 6. He gets a 3. We won't see him again. Nice. Thought he'd rip us up. 6 o'clock low. 3, 4, 5, 6. He rolls a 4. He gets a hit. That's a KIA 84. Add 1 to the number of shell hits. Scrummers and 6. 7. That'll be 3 hits for him too. 3 hits. From 6 o'clock low. 9. Radio room. Radio room's getting ripped up pretty good. 9. Super. Second hit. 11. Walking hits in the fuselage again. Well, at least that'll be the end of his hits. That'll be 2 hits then. 1 hit, 1 walking. Alright, so let's go to the nose. 7. Super. And we'll go to the pilot. 7. Super. We'll go to the Bombay. 7. Super. And we'll go to the radio. 8. Super. And we'll go to the tail. Waist and tail. 2. Ammo feed. Gun non-functional. And we'll put that over here somewhere where we don't use it. Tail gun out. That sucks. Okay, but at least we're still flying. Now, he comes and sees us again also. So that's 3 of them coming back for return. First one, we'll start up top. 5, 12 level. Second one, 9, 12 level. Flooding that zone, ain't they? Third one, 6, 1030 level. Alright, return fire. We're going to put nose on him, top on him. I think we can do that. Yes. These guys are starting to get tight on ammo too. 6 for the nose, misses. 6 for the top, misses. We'll go with the 12 level top guy first. He needs a 5 or a 6. Of course he does. Times 1.5. 12, 4, 5, 6. That sucks. Um, okay. Hits by area or area damage, and we're 12 o'clock level. Burst. 5. Superficial. Second. 11. Superficial. Somebody's got the rabbit foot out. Third. 7. Nose. 5. Nav equipment. Okay, with nav equipment out, we're still in formation though, so we're all right. Okay. Fourth hit. 5. Super. Fifth hit. 9. Pilot compartment. 7. Super. Man, we are getting lucky. Last hit for this guy. 6. Port wing. 6. Super. All right. He will come back to see us. Put him over here this time. The other 12 o'clock guy. Needs a 6 or 5 and a 6. And he rolls a 3. So he misses and goes home. 1030 guy. 5 or 6. He misses. He goes home. Good. So we only got one coming to see us on the last one. Let me put 2 more misses down here. Successive attacks. Only one more. 4. 9 o'clock level. 9 o'clock level. We can see him with port waste. And we'll fire once. He needs a 6. 4. He misses. Japanese pilot comes in. Needs a 4, 5, or a 6. Gets a 1. Misses. Returns to base. Nice. Woo! Okay, we survived that one. So we had 4 successive attacks on that one. Damaged the bomber below. 1, 7, 10, 11, 12. 12 hits. Okay, no air and air, no bomb run. And we go to Zone 4. Zone 4, we pick up our fighter coverage again. Let's see, number of fighter waves, -1. Four, be 1 wave. Fighters removed. We have good. 1. 1 from the first wave. So let's find out what that wave is. Fighters removed. 1. Just put that 1, 0 down. Okay. 62, A6M3, and a KI-84. So that's zone 4. Wave 1 inbound. A6M3. Three low. And KI-84. 130 low. Okay, let's see what we got here. Actually, we got to move that one down because I had to use 2 lines on the last attack. We will remove one of them. I'm going to get rid of the A6M3, so we're only going to put out the A6M3 driven off. And so we'll put the KI-84 in at 130 low. We will not be out of fire at him. No, I want the KA-184 off because he's the one that's going to do me the most damage. I'm an idiot. I was thinking that one through and somehow blew it. So we'll put the A6M3 in at 3 o'clock low. And M. Defensive fire, 3 o'clock low is going to be our starboard waist, and he needs 6. That's his first shot of the mission. He needs a 6, and he does not get it. So he's going to come in after us. He's going to need a 4, 5, or 6. 3. He's going to miss, but we also forgot to roll for his status. 5. He's average. So he misses and goes home. I like that. So we got a miss on that one. Okay, and okay, Japanese aircraft damage, none. Offensive fire, miss. Damage to bomber, NA. Successive attack, 0. NA comes over. And we go to zone 3. Zone 3. -2. -1. So we're going to roll in B1 again. Hot out here today and my headphones are slipping. Number of Japanese fighter waves in non-designated target zone. -1. 3. 2. None. That'll save us some die rolls. None. 0 fighters removed. No defensive allocations. Nothing, nothing, nothing. NA gets dragged over. We move to Zone 2. Zone 2. Number of Japanese fighters. And in Zone 2 we're -1 also. 1. None. Now we're getting the rolls. So we can copy everything over from the previous. 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Alright. And then we go into Zone 1. Zone 1, -2W. We roll a 4, 2, none. 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we're going to check out our landing. And I want to make sure I do this right, so give me a second. When B25 re-enters zone 1, roll for the weather at zone 1. That's good, already rolled for us. Roll for landing at table G9. And we have -1. That's it, -1. 2d6. 5, 4. Safe landing. Nice. So that's it. That's my mission. We safely landed. And we missed the target. We took a lot of damage on the way. But we managed to survive, and that's what really matters. Let's put the composite record here. This will put number 40. Miss. And all these guys except Lopez. Lopez is his first one. These guys all stay the same. And that's it. Mission 2. Thanks for joining me. Hope you all enjoyed. You all have a great day.